I have had 2 guys go from trying to talk to me to talking to my mother.
Come with me as I try out a singles event in Sydney.
Live from the Parkhouse bathroom, we're going to a speed dating event.
This video is for all the single men that live in Chicago, and we have almost 100 people RSVP'd, but we're looking for more male attendees.
Males are needed for these singles events, as more and more men are walking from dating.
Is anybody else like insatiably lonely all the time?
Let's talk about becoming unexpectedly single in your 30s.
Last night I did speed dating in Santa Monica and I actually didn't get any guys' phone numbers at the end of the night.
They ended up being more girls than
The ratio never seems to add up. Men have decided to get a passport instead. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
Hello, fellow Bullet Girls. So you want to get invited to a singles event in New York City? Well, I'm hosting, so don't worry. Everybody's invited. Make sure you're checking out on Instagram, and I will have more information there. We will be having a Halloween bash next. Make sure you're following. Bye, love.
My friend suggested I go speed dating. I'm like, that's for people who are really desperate. So I went. Speed dating's where you go on miniature dates with several different women, and you can either meet someone or get rejected 30 times in a night. It's like 4 years of high school wrapped up in a couple hours.
He may be a comedian, but everything he said was the complete truth. Speaking of getting rejected, that's one major reason why multiple men have given up on even trying to attend these events. The women that attend these events, at least some of them, they're just looking for an ego boost. These events are the best place to crush a man's confidence in one day. Save yourself.
Women will say yes to a date to a man who they don't find physically attractive to see if there's a connection and if chemistry can grow. But tell me this, why won't men even say yes to seeing the potential of going on a first date with a woman if they don't think she's physically attractive? Single men, I really need you to explain this to me because there are so many incredible women who can't even get their foot in the door to meet you, to enrich your life, to be your future partner because you don't find them attractive enough. Explain it to me.
Well, that's because men don't generally date for money. And it's also a preference, just like modern women rather guys that are 6 foot who would break their hearts over guys who are 5'9" that would treat them better. In most cases, if an attractive woman gives an unattractive man a chance, it's probably because he's got some money.
Is anybody else like insatiably lonely all the time? Like what happened since that none of us hang out or see each other anymore? No, it's not just me. I keep seeing like we're in a loneliness epidemic. I talk to my other friends who I don't live near and have the same problem. So like, how do we fix it?
This video is for all the single men that live in Chicago and don't have plans this Thursday. My name's Ashley Coates, and I throw singles events almost every Thursday around Chicago. This week, we're going to be in Lincoln Park at Parlay, starts at 7:30, and we have almost 100 people RSVP'd, but we're looking for more male attendees. So if that's you and you want to attend, head to the Thursday dating app. You can purchase your ticket, and I'll see you there.
Remember, before you attend these events, you must be 6'5", blue eyes, and you have to be in finance. That's the requirements they're looking for.
For how severely he screwed my life up.
Single in Los Angeles? Well, like, guess what? Throwing the biggest and the best chaotic singles party yet. Truly, it's the biggest venue I've ever worked with. And it's my favorite bar, Harlow, August 12th. Shit is going the down. An amazing sponsor coming on board. I'm raffling off some really cool prizes. We're going to have a lit DJ, and it's your last chance of finding love before cuffing season, so don't fuck this up. Thank you so much. Bye.
We're going to talk about the fucking event that I just went to because what the hell, Miami? What the hell? I'm going through this event, walking down this like, I don't even know what you want to call aisle, okay? She's walking down the aisle. Every single guy that came up to me was over 40. Yes, sister. Yes, sister, you heard me right. Over 40. Maybe over 50, actually. Over 50. These men were like, it's like a dog that you haven't fed in a week. They were like, who let you out of the ALF? Who let you out? Part of me was like, but then the other part of me was like, yes, Grandpa, put me on your will. I love you.
When we have women talking like this and the men watching them, why would they feel the need to attend these things if this is how you see them? No man is adding you to their will. No wonder why the ratio of men attending is so low. If you're not interested, just keep it moving. The insult is unnecessary. At least these guys are coming out with their true selves. They don't need to stand in the mirror for 2 hours painting on their faces.
I have had 2 guys go from trying to talk to me, one I actually went out with, to talking to my mother. They DM'd my mother knowing she was my mother.
Cheers, amiga. Cheers to being single and ready to mingle. She's now at the main tag.
It is very, very common to dream about an ex, to think about an ex.
Even if they're in a happy relationship?
Yes.
Wow.
If you're offended that your partner still thinks about other past lovers or potential lovers, it's going to be a long life. Relationships are a choice. I fundamentally believe that. And the idea that you're not going to be attracted to other people because you have one spouse or one mate is highly unrealistic.
If you are in a relationship and thinking about your ex, you might as well go be with that ex. Eventually what's gonna happen is she's gonna act on those thoughts. And then the cheating begins. Because these constant thoughts you're having about your ex means that you are still in love with them and still haven't healed from that relationship.
If you live in Chicago and you're single, watch this video. Starting here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be hosting singles events with Thursday, the dating app. The whole premise is to basically get offline and meet singles in person. These events are the perfect way to get yourself out there and just know people in the room around you are also single. We're going to keep the ratio even to men and women, and it's going to be a really freaking great time. So if it's something that you might be interested in, follow along. I'll share more details on how you can sign up, when the events are, and things like that. There's a bar or a venue you want to see an event at, please leave it in a comment below. And maybe we'll have our next event there. So I'll see you out there, Chicago.
You're better off single with high standards than in a relationship settling for less.
Women with unrealistic standards have to tell themselves things like this. They aren't able to find a man to buy into their delusion, which is why they come online preaching this garbage to other women that's just like them who's struggling to find a date. Soon enough, once they reach 40, those standards will come down to, I just want a nice guy. Father Time never fails to humble them.
What's your age?
33.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I broke up with my ex-boyfriend who wanted to marry me because there was a power struggle in our relationship. And I wanted him to dominate me because I didn't want to be the leader, but I was the leader.
So why didn't you just submit to him?
Because I didn't feel safe with him. If he made me feel safe, I would have naturally submitted and we'd be amazing.
So what were some of the things that he did that made you feel like you were the one leading?
He couldn't make fast decisions, and I can make faster decisions.
Give me an example.
I mean, everything we did. He was gonna get his real estate license. He couldn't even pick the date for the test. Like, I'm sorry, I have 2 real estate licenses. I can pick dates for tests. Like,
being an aggressive woman only attracts a weak man. It is honestly very common where women think they can control the relationship. If a woman truly wants to be with you, she will submit herself onto you with no problem. I don't think picking a date for a real estate license was the end of their relationship. My guess is it was definitely the power struggle where she wanted to control everything. I honestly think it's for the best, because they would have been frustrated with each other trying to gain control.
Speed dating. Alright, so now that I'm actually getting closer to the speed dating, I'm like, what the heck did I sign up for?
Y'all, I've been single a hot minute. Because let me tell you, I've been on all the apps. I've been outside. I've been wearing it on my forehead that I'm single. Telling everybody, hook me up with somebody. Y'all ain't got a friend, a coworker, a young uncle, an old nephew. And I done tried, y'all. I really have. I'm hoping at some point there's like a wave of divorces and then my man will be released from his contract. But I don't know. I'm losing hope, y'all.
That's a pretty crazy thing to say, but the wave of divorce is already happening. But I don't think those men would like to get back into another contract for 20 years. But you never know. Her man can very well be out there. But there's one thing that I don't understand. According to statistics, it stated that single women were more happier than single men. So why are there so many women who are seeking men if they're supposed to be happy?
Imagine coming to like a singles event and all you do is hang out with your best friends because no one will talk to you. Are we too hot? Peyton, are we too sexy?
I think we're too sexy.
We're too sexy.
We've got to be.
100%. Like, something's not adding up here.
Live from the Park House bathroom, we're going to a speed dating event because I sent my friend Allie a speed dating invite, thinking it was board game speed dating, thinking it was going to be a joke, and we would just both like it and say we should go, and then never actually go. And immediately she said, "I bought a ticket." So here we are. We have no idea what to expect. I expect to lose. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win all of speed dating. I'm in the board game. I don't have a bag for it because I felt like the bag ruined the look, and I'm now realizing the microphone also does ruin the look.
Okay, I'm about to have a first date, and it's like a guy that I met online. I'm just gonna talk about something really fast just because I was talking to a skinny friend of mine, and I don't think it's ever happened to her. Whenever I go on like a first date with somebody I've met online, I am so nervous, and I try so hard. I'll post at some point like what my photos are on my online profiles because I try so hard to make sure that they know I'm fat. I don't want it to be a question. I don't want it to be a surprise. I try really hard for them to know. I was talking to a friend about this, and she was like, "Oh my God, has somebody ever like said that?" And like, I can think of a solid 2 to 3 times that someone has like gone and like showed up on the date and they say something along the lines of, "Wow, it's like you look different than I thought you would." Or one guy that I slept with and then messaged me afterwards and said, "You know what? I think that you just look different than I thought in person." After we slept together. So anyway, every time I'm about to go for a date, I am terrified. So, can you tell that I'm fat? Can you? Because I'm trying really hard to not freak out about the fact that like he could show up and be disappointed about what I look like. I know it's said all the time, especially on this app, I guess it depends who you're following, but like dating as a fat woman is incredibly stressful, and it's also just difficult and hurtful 99% of the time. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. I don't know.
Well, the solution to her problem is pretty simple. The question is she ready to put in the work? It really sounds like this is eating her up mentally based off of the experiences she's had in the past. And I'm sure some men suffer with finding mates as well when it comes to their size. All I can say is, health is wealth. Take care of yourself in every aspect.
You want to know why dating is so hard? It's because when you meet someone, say on a dating app or in public or whatever, they don't know how to plan a date. Like if I have to hear, "You let me know," or "Let's do something sometime," or "Yeah, I'd love to hang out." No, bro, when? Because I got to put you in my mgtow, okay? And I think this is why I get annoyed when men are like, "Women are so masculine. You just asked me where we're going on our first date. And you want me to act feminine? You just acted feminine. I would love to fall into my femininity. Trust me, okay? I want to act like I don't know how to use the GPS. In fact, I don't even know how to drive, okay? But if you're not in your masculinity, a woman is not going to fall into her femininity. Can you guys try a little harder, please?
I think dates are important, but I also think real dates should be after a connection is formed with the person, especially today. Men have to be very careful with who they're spending their money on, because modern women today are only about what they can gain from their dates, especially the food. These men have been trying, and they've been getting played while doing it. No one wants to be used.
So this week I took an advanced math class. We're going to call it pre-calc. And I thought I was prepared for it, but turns out no. I had a first date scheduled with guy 1 on Monday that was confirmed, and a first date scheduled with guy 2 on Thursday that was not confirmed but was planned. On Tuesday, guy 3 asks me if I can go on a date on Thursday or Friday and tells me his preferences for Thursday. I tell him that I have plans on Thursday, but that I can do Friday, and if my plans on Thursday change, I'll let him know. On Wednesday, guy 1 asks for a second date on Friday. I tell him that I can't do Friday because I have tentative plans, but that I can do Saturday, and if my plans on Friday change, I'll let him know. Later on Wednesday, guy 2 tells me he can no longer do Thursday, but now he can do Sunday. So I tell guy 3, who had a preference for Thursday, that I can now do Thursday. And I tell guy 1, who wanted to do the second date on Friday, that I can now move Saturday to Friday. And now it's Thursday. And after moving around all of that for all of these guys and their preferences, none of them have confirmed. Date Math, Advanced Edition.
This right here is an example of a woman that's dating multiple men and playing them like chess, making them think they have a chance of dating her. Even though these men were smart enough to cancel, we have to be aware, because this is a growing trend where women are telling other women to date multiple men and explore their options. It's only going to get worse.
So I found this post on Instagram, and it's dedicated to all you women who say there's no good men out there. There are no good men out here, say many women. Actually, no, sis, they are out there, but they avoid you because you're disrespectful, you're unappreciative, you complain all the time about everything, you're materialistic, the opposite of a wealth builder, you're loud and unpleasant, you're a slay queen, whatever that is, you think your career is more important than family, you don't even like children, you're negative, you're a user, you think it's for fun, the way you dress is embarrassing, being with you would be like being with another man, all you do is talk about yourself and what you want, you have standards but are actually below standard as wife material. This ain't even negativity. This right here is accountability. Y'all want men to be accountable all day, but once it's your turn to take it, you don't want it. If you feel hurt in the slightest or any of these points apply to you, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
This isn't even accountability anymore. This is just truth at this point. These women will scream, "There's no good men out there," but refuse to change their attitudes, refuse to change their behaviors. They just keep running to the bad boys and ignore the good guys that would do them justice. When women come across truth like this, they just ignore it. Just like the good men are avoiding them for not changing for the better.
Happy Sunday, everybody. So I just came on here to give you guys some quick advice. Do not let any man or woman tell you you are not husband or wife material. Most of these people were raised by single parents. They don't know anything about being raised by a husband or wife. Tune in tomorrow for some more Bacchanal posts. You're welcome.
Come with me as I try out a singles event in Sydney. So here I am in the car with my sister and just trying to convince myself that I'm still hot with a few pimples. And I heard about this Thursday dating event from TikTok and I decided to try it out. So Sweetheart's rooftop, have to walk up a few stairs, but oh my god, there was so many people there and they were just so open to talking. I met so many new girlfriends and a few cute guys. So follow to find out if I actually met someone.
Well guys, it's another failed Friday night date. And you know what? Like, I don't even want to come on here and bitch because I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'm back in another stage where it's like pretty clear I should just be by myself. I just go through these phases, like often, where it does not matter how hard I'm trying, like nothing feels right. Nothing feels right. I don't like anyone. Like, I don't like anything about any of the people that I am meeting or talking to or going on dates with. Like, there was probably like one guy in the last like 2 months that I've kind of liked, and I mean, he's just like not in a place to date anybody right now or be in any kind of relationship. And honestly, neither am I, but like, I don't know. It's 10 o'clock. I mean, I could do anything with my night. I'm just getting sick of being by myself all the time. I don't know. This is probably like a really boring video, but I will be posting it anyway. Just for good measure, you know? Whatever. It's the second week of January and I have gone on a date each week so far. So you can't say I'm not trying. I am trying. And this guy I didn't even meet on a dating app. I met him in person last weekend, but he's just boring. Like, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. How will I ever afford a house by myself? That's like the main issue. Fuck being single forever. Oh, that's fine. I'll figure that out. But like, I don't want to be homeless. Anyway, I'm gonna go home and garden. I hear that's what we're calling it on TikTok now. So happy Friday to me. Maybe I'll go take a bath and think about how single I am. Love you. Bye.
I can understand why she's frustrated, because dating right now is just a nightmare for everyone. But if you've been to so many dates and still can't find a partner, maybe you are the problem.